Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. It's Makeda Valletta. Hold on a second. So I am here in Cartagena, and this video is going to be, we're going to talk about juice, okay? There's so many nutrition myths and health fads and things of that nature. For those of you who don't know, I do have a background in nutrition, sports science to be exact. And the difference between a sports scientist and a regular nutritionist is that sports scientists deal with nutrition as it pertains to activity. So we work with people who really need to get through things physically. So, if you have, a strenuous basketball game tomorrow for 2 hours, and then you have to go to the weight room in the evening, and you have to do that 4 days a week, and you just be able to get through it. Or you might be working outside in the heat, whatever it is. If you have to get through strenuous physical activity day after day after day, the way that you eat has everything to do with how you perform. Recovery, how you perform the next day, so that your muscles can get as much as they need, so you don't get dizzy and pass out from a heat stroke or dehydration. So that's what a sports nutritionist does, okay? So for me, when I'm looking at nutrition, it's about overall health, but it's also about activity, right? But if you're not healthy overall, if you're not healthy overall, then you can't perform at your highest level. So they're kind of interlinked. So with that being said, some people say that juice is so good for you, and other people are anti-juice. I think that juice is not really a health food. Juice, to me, the only time I drink juice is when it's hot and humid and I'm working a lot, I'm working out a lot, because your muscles and your brain use carbohydrate as a fuel. So the primary source of fuel for your muscles and your brain is carbohydrates. This is why if your blood sugar levels drop too low, you feel like you're gonna faint. This is why if your blood sugar levels drop too low, your muscle strength and contractions decrease. You fatigue faster. And this is whether you're doing anaerobic or aerobic activity. If you don't know the difference between the two, check out my video on my YouTube page where I talk in depth about anaerobic and aerobic activity. But generally speaking, anaerobic is strength-based, strength power type stuff, okay? And aerobic is ongoing at a low intensity or moderate intensity, like running miles. Whether you're doing either one of those, your muscles use carbohydrates, and you hit the wall once your muscles burn out. You also, when you're physically active, your body uses your blood glucose first. So it's the glucose in your blood that it uses first. Once that's all done, then it taps into your muscle glycogen. Muscle glycogen is the stored form of glucose in the muscles. So if you're working out really hard, you done tapped out your blood sugar, it's going into your muscle glycogen, and you need to replenish that as soon as you're done. As soon as you're done with your activity, you have about a 30-minute time frame where you need to get sugar back into your system so it can get into your muscles, right? So you can go hard again the next day. And so that's really important for that reason. It's also important for hydration, because when you're in a state of dehydration, water alone will not hydrate you. I also have a YouTube video about hydration as well, about hydration science, because a lot of people think that when it's hot and humid that drinking water is all you have to do. No, when it's hot and humid, you need more than water. If you're in a state of dehydration, you need more than water. Okay, when I'm working out in the gym, I don't ever drink water. I'm sipping on coconut water. I'm sipping on watermelon juice, something with some carbohydrates and potassium and electrolytes. Okay, and if you are in a state of dehydration, you need sugar to get water back into your muscles. This is the reason why bodybuilders go on low-carb diets before they compete. They starve themselves of carbohydrates so that they can dehydrate their muscles and have that shredded look, the ultra-shredded look, and then they don't look like that when the competition is done, right? So they're chronically dehydrating themselves. You need carbohydrates for your brain, for your muscle, and for hydration. So right now, I am in Cartagena, Colombia, and it is hot and humid. And so here, there's fresh juice everywhere. And also, if I drink juice, I try for it to be fresh juice, not from concentrate. Drinking juice from concentrate, you might as well just drink sugar water. It's not real juice, actually. So fresh squeezed juice, and it needs to be, juice should be you should drink juice as soon as it is squeezed, because the longer it sits there, the vitamin C content starts to decrease. Why? Because vitamin C is an antioxidant. What do antioxidants do? Antioxidants bind to oxygen to prevent the oxygen from causing damage, right? So that's what antioxidants do. So the longer the juice sits there, exposed to oxygen, the vitamin C is binding to the oxygen. Now you lose your vitamin C, and other nutrients start to decrease as time goes on. So when you drink juice, it needs to be fresh squeezed juice, unpasteurized, and immediate. Otherwise, juice is not a health food. Also, you don't want to, what your body does with juice. I have a video about metabolism also on my YouTube page, The Body Scientist 81. But metabolism is more complicated than people think. That's why a lot of people mess up their metabolism doing crazy diets and exercises that messes them up forever. And that's what my Brickhouse Fitness and Nutrition program is about. When I work with people, which I'm always available to work with people from a distance, it's all about building a solid foundation. Going on starvation, what I call starvation diets, which could be veganism, which people can argue all they want about veganism. I'm not convinced. I'm not going to get into that here because I have tons of videos about that as well. But there's just certain things, if you're not eating enough nutrients, enough protein, enough fat for your body eats itself. It causes all kinds of metabolic issues. But with that being said, your metabolism is different depending on how much muscle you have, depending on how much fat you have, depending on what you did today. And oh no, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, somebody just sent me a really bad message. I'm sorry. I just got a really bad message. Oh my god, it's so awful. Don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Oh, did it stress me out? I got a message on my phone. So let me get back into the I just totally lost my train of thought just now. Just lost it. Sorry, I got this bad message and it has totally messed up my thinking. But yeah, so so your metabolism differs depending on how much muscle you have, depending on how much fat you have, depending on what you did today and what you're doing now. So if you have a lot of body fat and you're just sitting around doing that thing and you drink juice, your fat cells are going to grab that sugar and it's going to store it as fat. But if you have a lot of muscle cells are the metabolic cells in the body, so they are what they are what burn calories and sugar, right? That's what's utilizing it. Muscles utilize calories, and muscles utilize sugar. Fat stores them. So the more muscle you have, the more you burn. And then if you were doing something really strenuous, the more you burn. So that's different. Somebody who has a lot of muscle and is working out really hard, or versus somebody who has a lot of fat and is sitting around, totally different thing, you know. I also don't suggest doing juice fast. I don't suggest that at all. It's just a whole bunch of sugar. You're not giving yourself any protein or amino acids. I think it makes more sense to go on a broth fast, you know, or raw milk or something, because at least you're still getting very important nutrients for your muscles and your bones, critical minerals. You're not getting that just drinking juice. Really, it's just sugar. Okay? So I hope this video was helpful. And check out my other videos on my YouTube page. And I'm always available to work with people. You can email me at thebodyscientist81@gmail.com. Okay, people, have a great day. Bye.